Today's the day. I can finally tell you about the two-door and four-door Ford Bronco. I'm really stoked to bring the news to you. I did a whole background here last week. I got all sorts of press releases and photos and images and specs. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this 2021 Ford Bronco, including 2021. Just a check. That's coming out. You can put some money down now and reserve it. It's phenomenal. I'm really excited. And oh, hey, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. My name is Tim. This is Pickup Truck plus SUV Talk. On this channel, you find truck and SUV news, reviews, and really excitable, fun stuff I do like this. This is going to be so badass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you all the details. We'll get to transmissions and engines and trims and things, and I'll put it all on the screen, give you some background information on design. Let's get to all of that exciting stuff right now. Okay, let's get right into this. So the Ford Bronco is going to come in both a two-door and a four-door variant. Both models were based on a 1966 version. They did a full sketch and scan of this 1966 and created the DNA, or documents, to create the DNA for the new generation. So when you look at the 66 versus this one, you see a lot of the same things. A few things to point out is on this hood, as you see the driving by, they have some hooks there. They enable some tie-down spots, and then the hood is slanted, so that way you can see better around the corners of the hood to see the road as you're driving. Every version of the Ford Bronco comes available with 35-inch tires, so you can get these big wheels on these vehicles that do a lot more off-roading, a lot more ground clearance. Like I said, that front end, you can see that front grille has a Bronco spelled out. The lights, everything is from 66. You see the tie-down spot. Now, each one of these allows roof off and doors off. Okay, both the two-door and four-door, you can do this whole open-air experience like you're seeing. The sport bars move back behind the B-pillar. You can look up the stars. The whole roof is exposed. Now, on the two-door, this is a three-section roof system. There's left, front, right, and there's a rear section comes off. They're molded in color and available premium painted with 4 sections to add a removable panel over the rear seats and cargo area. Now, the four-door models have 4 removable roof sections. Left, front, right section, a full-width center panel, and a rear section. Now, these roof panels can all be removed by one person, unlocking latches from the interior, and the first row panels can stow away on board on the two-door models. Like I said, they're removable quickly, 3 easy steps: snap, push, and lift. And you can just take a fraction of time for the Jeep Wrangler taken off. You just remove these roof panels and you're done. Okay, for roofs, a cloth soft touch is standard on the top of the four-door models. Easy access to the air, lots of easy stuff to see as far as taking off. And you can see these mirrors are mounted to the cowls, so when you take the doors off, you don't have to worry about the mirrors at all. And the doors are frameless and makes them really easy to get on and off. Okay, I know you're dying for me to tell you more performance because the list looks badass, right? So you have independent front suspension and a solid rear axle. The rear axle is a Dana 44. The front axle is Dana Advanced Tech independent front differential unit. There's available lockers on front and rear. And Ford says they went with independent front suspension because it gave them better on-road driving, and they kept the off-road driving as far as wheel articulation and stuff like that. They're able to get that with the independent front suspension. Also, like I said, you're able to get 35-inch off-road tires direct from the factory, available on every trim level, and the available beadlock capable wheels are out there as well, so you can have the wheels be beadlock capable, meaning you put beadlocks on there and you can reduce the air pressure to have more of the tire on the ground when you're off-roading. Now, there's also long travel position sensitive Bilstein dampers. This is with end stop control valves at every corner, so this improves the off-road capability and durability and reduces the harshness of the ride. And there's also a hydraulic stabilizer bar disconnect design. This is a semi-active stabilizer bar. So what you're able to do is you're able to disconnect this stabilizer bar during articulation, so with the wheels up and down like off-roading, and then at the push of a button you can reconnect under all conditions to improve stability and steering at higher speeds. Increase the ramp going up and how much you're able to get that wheel off camber when you're on off-road terrain. Okay, powering this rig, it's going to be 2 choices. You have a 2.3-liter turbocharged EcoBoost 4-cylinder, 270 horsepower, 310 foot-pounds of torque, or you have a 2.7-liter EcoBoost that has 310 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. The big news is that there's a 7-speed manual with a crawl mode, so a really low geared speed for crawling, and there's a 10-speed automatic that's going to be for higher trim levels, but that 7-speed automatic manual is the standard choice at the base model. Okay, as we look at these beauty shots of it, make sure I get a couple other features here. It's got, they're calling what the G.O.A.T system. They have a high-performance off-road stability system with twin alloy A arms and coil-over springs for optimal off-road stability and control. Now, this available G.O.A.T system all comes with those Bilstein position-sensitive dampeners. The rear, like I said, is a solid 5-link rear axle with the G.O.A.T system too. Coil-over springs for optimal off-road capability and durability. And then you can get the available G.O.A.T system with Bilstein position-sensitive dampeners. And finally, running this off, there's 2 4-wheel drive systems. You have a base setup and an advanced 4-wheel drive system. The base setup utilizes a 2-speed electronic shift-on-the-fly transfer case, while the optional advanced system features a 2-speed electric-mechanical transfer case that adds an auto mode. So basically, you have a base setup with your push-button electronic shift-on-the-fly, or you do the advanced 4-wheel drive feature, you get the auto mode that engages the wheels in 4-wheel drive when you need them based on a computer input. It's kind of nice. Other brands have done this. It's a different mode between 2-high and 4-wheel drive. There's also trail control. This is cruise control for low-speed trail driving between like 6-mile-an-hour reverse, 20-mile-an-hour forward speeds. You have trail turn assist. Now, what this does is uses one of the tires to hold and uses torque vectoring to send more torque to the wheel you want to turn. So if you want to make a sharper right-hand turn, it'll hold the back right wheel and increase torque towards the left wheel. It allows you to turn more easily. And there's a trail one-pedal drive system. This is kind of interesting. So you use this one-pedal driving system for acceleration and braking control. All you do is just drive. It's very confident, slow mode rock crawling. Let's get the specs. So you have what they're calling the best-in-class 11.6-inch ground clearance, 29-degree breakover angle, 37.2-degree departure angle, plus the best-in-class water fording capability of 33.5 inches. There's 2 tow hooks in the front, and there's available heavy-duty module steel bumpers, integrated Ford Performance accessory winch mount for the front as well. Underneath the Bronco, you have a variety of steel shields. The high capability models get an available front bash plate, plus shields for engine, transmission, transfer case, and fuel tank. Now, the Bronco is available with some side rock rails as well. Okay, let's talk about this interior, and I'm going to stop the film here for a second. There's so much stuff to go over, and it's just, frankly, it's playing too fast. And so you have the new instrument panel. This, if you saw the Ford F-150 last week, you'll see a similar 12-inch screen in here. This is the new Sync 4 system as well in the Bronco. You're having a variety of G.O.A.T modes, which we'll get to in a minute, in the center console. And these are really interesting. These are available grab handles here, here, and here. The idea is when you take the doors off, or if your passenger's riding along, you need a place to grab hold of. They actually went through a lot of design to put these in. This was done during their off-road testing. They found the passenger was flying around the cabin, and so they put those in to take care of that. You can see the leather wrapped around this interior, and I just, frankly, think this is a really impressive-looking interior. There's also a plan and navigate kind of system. They have some different technology inside this cabin. And there's a trail mapping system. You can put pieces of the map so you can show your friends where you were. It's up to 1,000 curated trail maps powered by the Neotex AccuTerra map system, off-road guides, and fun track trail guides. The 360-degree camera system. They're calling the classic exclusive off-road spotter views to provide additional visibility, and technical pursuits such as rock crawling. So when you get rock crawling stuff, you can turn the camera on, and it actually shows you the wheel, and so you can really see what's going on as you are rock crawling. So let's hit play here and get this around. There's integrated side curtain airbags. It's a high-strength steel roll cage, and you're looking at different rubber touch points. This whole thing is meant to be sprayed out when you're done. There's rubber throughout, and when you're done off-roading, you just take and open the doors and spray it out. But you can see just the design here that Ford really went over the top on this. And I'm going to stop this for a minute. I want to show you right here. Is right above this center screen, you can see this is your locking differential and your trail turn assist, where you can press a button and turn easier, and traction control off. So everything you need right at your eyesight. So instead of being like somewhere else in the cabin, it's right there. We can see the different safety systems. You have the Ford what they say, the Ford Co-Pilot 360. And so this is adaptive cruise control, lane departure control. You have Bluetooth, you have radio controls. So you have a lot of the basic systems. Now they have roller stability control and trailer sway control as well. This is a 7-speed manual I was talking about, the crawl control. You have this is a charger down there for your cell phone. And just kind of cool details throughout the cabin. It's a really impressive looking cabin. And then these are those side grab handles, which just look badass. You can actually remove them too, but just really a cool feature that nobody's done before, and they've badged it really well, in my opinion. And come around. This is an interesting feature here too. So this is a rack they put above the dash. You're able to mount with like GoPro hookup, like the GoPro accessories. You can put your GoPro up there and put a cell phone up there. And then they say they have power up here too, so you can actually plug in, which is probably that USB right there. You can plug in your GoPro, which is always a problem. These GoPro batteries die really fast. And you plug it in, and then you can keep driving it. You mount it right there. So it's really a nice thing to think about, a really built-in mounting place, which is pretty impressive. And you can see this is that Ford Performance kind of steel bumper, the Bronco spelled out. Now this is the 4-door setup in another configuration. This 4-door setup, you can see the cloth seats they have in here. They said that this is new material meant to resist water and resist mud and get beat up. And these GO.A.T modes, we'll get to that in just a second. I promise you they're coming. And again, the same setup here. The buttons are right in your face. You can hook a GoPro up there too, and you just see the interior. This is, like I said, this is well designed to get beat up. And to get dirty. You can just wash this right off. No big deal. And you have the grab handles here as well. I like the brown interior a little bit better in my opinion, but this is still a pretty cool interior. And there's your huge open air view. You can just see everywhere. It's just really impressive. I'm kind of concerned about rollover as far as there's no sport bar there, but maybe they got away with that and they don't need it. Maybe that's just a style thing the Jeep Wrangler has, but I like this open air experience a lot better. And this is the automatic transmission. You do have the push button for different gears. You have the cool little design and engineered and Ford badge there too. And then engine start stop. Every Ford Bronco has 4-wheel drive. There's no 2-wheel drive options. And there's, like I said, those different buttons to adjust the axles. And there's that interior seats. I'm really curious to check out those interior seats. You can see the heating and cooling, dual climate zones. And here we go. This is the sport mode. These are your GO.A.T modes. Now, GO.A.T stands for Go Over Any Terrain. And they have different modes. You can see them kind of flip through. It's kind of cool. They have some cool graphics in there as they flip through different modes. Just kind of changes the way the vehicle responds in different terrain. And not everyone comes with all the different GO.A.T modes. I think there's up to 7 of them. Let me verify that. Yes, there's 7 of these GO.A.T modes. There are normal, eco, sport, slippery, and sand. And with Baja, mud ruts, and rock crawl for off-road driving. Okay, so let's talk about these exterior colors. Before I get to that, I want to talk about one more thing. Maximum towing for the 2-door and 4-door is 3,500 pounds. Maximum payload is 1170 and 1370. 1370 for 4-door, 1170 for 2-door payload. Now they're going to come in 6 different series. And with the bonus being the first edition. First edition is going to be a limited run, and then once they run out of those, it's going to be just the 6 editions you see. The base, Big Bend, Black Diamond, Outer Banks, Wild Track, and Badlands. There's different colors that they're going to offer in these different configurations of trim levels. Now let's get to the different trims. Okay, here you go. Here's some different trims for you, and we have pricing for starting price information. So the base Bronco starts at almost $30,000. The 4-doors at $34,695. More pricing will be available on the Badlands, Black Diamond, Outer Banks when they get closer to production. By the way, you can put a $100 deposit down tonight at 8 p.m. on July 13th. So you're looking at the base model. You have standard 4x4, that's a part-time selectable engagement, the 2.3-liter EcoBoost, and the 7-speed manual. You have the removable doors and roof, the GO.A.T modes with 5 GO.A.T modes, 16-inch wheels, 30-inch tires, Sync 4 with 8-inch screen, carpeted floor and cloth seats. You can do the optional 2.7-liter and the 10-speed, and you can get the advanced 4-wheel drive, that's the automatic on-demand. Looking at Big Bend, you get the base equipment plus additional drive mode, additional G.O.A.T mode. You move up to 17-inch carbonized gray painted aluminum wheels, 32-inch all-terrain tires, leather wrapped steering wheel and gear shifter knob, LED fog lamps, carbonized grill tray, and privacy glass. So you can also option up to the 2.7-liter, the 10-speed, the new advanced, the Sasquatch package with the 35-inch wheels. Looking at the standard, includes the Big Bend Content Plus. You have the heavy-duty modular front bumper, the powder-coated stereo rear bumper. Those are those different bumpers with LED lights on. You have rock rails, heavy-duty bash plates, the train management 7 G.O.A.T modes, 17-inch wheels, 32-inch tires, those auxiliary switches in the overhead console so you can add more lights and things. So you can wire in your own lights, your own different stuff you want to have going on. And you have the marine-grade vinyl trim seats and rubberized wash flooring. So this is the one where you can really spray it out. You have the optional 2.7-liter and the 10-speed, the advanced on-demand, and the Sasquatch, and then the mid-package again, which I'm not sure what the mid-package is. But the Sasquatch, 35-inch wheels. Then you go the Big Bend. The Big Bend series has all the G.O.A.T modes with actually just 6. They drop one G.O.A.T mode, 18-inch wheels, 32-inch tires, the signature LED headlamps and tail lamps, the body color exterior door handles, mirror caps, and fender flares, powder-coated tube steps, cloth-heated front bucket seats, the mid-package, the 2.7-liter EcoBoost, 10-speed automatic with trail control. You have the advanced four-wheel drive with the leather trim seats, Sasquatch package, a high package, and a Lux package. Turns out there was another page. There's so much information. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even see this page. We have, starting with the more trim levels, Wild Track, all-out desert racer, comes with the Sasquatch package, 35-inch tires, and 7 G.O.A.T modes, including Baja. So it has the mid-package, which we have information on of that mid-package, and I'll get to that in a second. Sasquatch package, 2.7-liter EcoBoost, the automatic transmission with trail control, the auto four-wheel drive, train management 7 G.O.A.T modes, shadow black painted hardtop, wall track hood graphic, carpeted floor, and cloth heated front row bucket seats. Optional is leather, high pack, and Lux, which we'll get, like I said, in a second. We'll get to that. Designed for Ultimate Bronco 4x4 off-road capability, Bronco Badlands. Unique heavy-duty suspension that includes a front stabilizer bar disconnect. And that was that stabilizer bar I talked about, which I said the rear, but it's actually the front. My apologies on that. So much information. Train management mode with 7 G.O.A.T modes, rock crawl and Baja, 17-inch wheels, 33-inch tires, unique Badlands suspension with front stabilizer bar disconnect, heavy-duty modular front bumper, powder-coated steel rear bumper, auxiliary switches and overhead console, then green grade that vinyl trim seats and rubberized flooring. So you can still do the leather, Sasquatch, those different packages. And that Bronco First Editions, there's only 3,500 of these slated to be built. The Badlands content plus Lux plus Sasquatch plus First Edition plus all the bells and whistles. So let's get over here and look at these package descriptions, which I'll zoom in a little bit and get over to them. The standard is LED headlamps, black door handles, mirror caps, fender flares, fender tie-down hooks, manual air conditioning, and push-button start. So that's the standard. The mid is 2-door intelligent accents, so lock and unlock functionality. So you can push a button and get in and outside the cabin. So you can lock the doors kind of remotely a little bit and not have to get the key fob out all the time. 110 volt, 150 watt AC power outlet, ambient footwell lighting, auto dimming rear view mirror, dual zone electronic automatic temperature control, heated front seats, limited visor mirrors, remote start system, automatic transmission only, remote sensing system, lots of stuff. Sync 4, Ford Copilot 360 with the collision assist, automatic emergency braking, bliss, blind spot monitoring, and cross traffic lane keeping assist, and auto high beam headlamps and rear view camera backup assist. So you can read all information there. The that one mid package, I couldn't figure out what it was. That is the 12-inch center stack and 360-degree camera. So that's that big 12-inch screen. Additional sound deadening in the mid package, or excuse me, the high package I was looking at. This is all the mid package content plus the 12-inch screen, 360-degree camera, additional sound dampening, forward sensing system, side view mirror, LED approach lamps, and spotlight. So additional sound deadening, that's something that the Jeep Wrangler gets knocked down quite a bit. So that's something they looked at. Lux is all the high package content, all of this, plus adaptive cruise control, the 10-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system, evasive steering assist, and heated steering wheel, universal garage door, additional USB smart charging ports, voice-activated touchscreen, and wireless charging pad. The Sasquatch I kept referring to, 17-inch wheels, 33-inch tires, and these electronic locking front and rear axles, 4:7:1 final drive ratio, high clearance suspension because they have those bigger wheels too, It comes with position-sensitive Bilstein shock absorbers and high-clearance fender flares. So it's going to be pretty pricey if you collect all these bells and whistles, folks. That's what that means. And before I forget, they have over 200 different accessories available at the Ford dealers to put on this. They're going right off Jeep Wrangler. They want all these accessories to come out on this vehicle. There you go. There are all the details I have on this guy. Yeah, that guy, the Ford Bronco 2-door and 4-door. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty fired up. This thing looks amazing. I think Ford hit a home run, grand slam, out of the park. See you later. Now, yes, I'm a little concerned about the turbocharged engines being the only choices. I like to hear a nice growly sound of a V8, but that's okay. If that's my one caveat, I'm going to live with it because, man, that thing's going to be impressive off-road. The EcoBoost provides a lot of off-line torque and horsepower. It's a lot of fun to drive, which I anticipate this is going to be a lot of fun to drive too. So make sure you stick around this channel for more Ford Bronco news because I'm telling you, I'm going to go over the moon on this stuff because I think it's pretty damn cool. I think Ford did a great job. So there you go. There's my opinion. So for more, check out this video over here. Really cool stuff. Also, website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.